What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 21 of our Minnesota Vikings franchise. And in today's episode, we are kicking it off with some scouting. It's been a while since we did some scouting, but rest assured, we are just scouting some first-round talented players to kind of get an idea of who we're trying to look at here, what positions we're really trying to fix. And I'm looking at like offensive line. I'm looking at some left tackles that we could possibly move over to right tackle. Maybe even possibly defensive tackle eventually, because we do have some age with Linval Joseph there, plugging up the middle. Some linebacking help. There's a custom prospect there, RJ Jacobeth. And then we also have some secondary issues with cornerback. It's relatively young. Mike Hughes, Holton Hill, those kind of guys come to my mind. But I think we need to focus on trying to get a first-round talented, first-round caliber type of player with the loss of Xavier Rhodes. We did acquire some draft picks by trading him away last offseason, but I mean, you need a guy, you need a dog back there. So we go ahead and simulate this game against the Tennessee Titans, and we end up losing the game 21-17. So it was a very close game, but unfortunately, we did not pull out the victory. We did not pull off the victory. Looking at the offensive line, how they performed, we didn't do too bad. So Josh Klein is the only guy that allowed a sack, so Andrew Thomas starting to kind of come into that role and really be an anchor at the left tackle position. Looking defensively, we have a couple guys registering a tackle for loss. Linval Joseph, Hassan Reddick. That's nice to see. Anthony Barr had a sack. Harrison Smith had yet again another interception, so that's also nice to see. So you guys can notice here the loss of Dalvin Cook is really hurting our offense. It's really hurting our offense. But luckily, in this game against Detroit next week, we do get him back. So we're kind of asking Kirk Cousins to kind of shoulder the load a little bit with Alexander Mattison, with Derek Wolford-Graham. He had 2 touchdowns. So Wolford-Graham is finding the end zone with some regularity, guys. So I'm actually really impressed with how he's been performing as of recent weeks. Olabisi Johnson, 3 for 49. There's Wolford-Graham yet again with 3 catches for 30. As a creator of Derek Wolford-Graham, he would say that he's kind of like Tariq Cohen. And I can see that. That's a very good comparison. He can kind of do a little bit of both things. He can run it pretty well. He can catch it pretty well. Nice do-it-all back. And he's really that nice number 2, that RB2 right behind Dalvin Cook. Fortunately for him, though, he's right behind Alexander Mattison. So that kind of plays into his timeshare a little bit. So between both of those guys, they're really cutting it out and duking it out for playing time. Let's take a look at the NFC North standings. It's 5-6 Vikings, 5-6 Packers, 6-5 Bears, 4-7 Detroit Lions. So this game, on paper, it might seem like 2 teams that are kind of just out of the playoff mix, right? Well, that's not technically true. Both these teams could easily get on a run, especially when you have good quarterback play with Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins, and we can see his numbers here, 20 touchdowns, 5 picks, 2,600 yards. He's not having a terrible season. All things considered, he's not been bad. He's been pretty decent. But we get Dalvin Cook back at a perfect time against the hapless Detroit Lions. Take a look at this. Derek Wolford-Graham on the triangle route, on the angle route. He's going to take this one all the way. Detroit's secondary had no chance. And we're going to see what sprung this play to go for 63 yards was this right here. That little block on Darius Slay from Adam Thielen sprung Derek Wolford-Graham all the way down that left sideline, left-hand part of the field. You got to love it. You got to love it. These are the things, these are the type of plays that we need. We need to utilize our playmakers to the best of their ability in order to try and win and get on a winning streak here to push for the playoffs. We need good defensive play like that. Everson Griffin here with a sack on Matthew Stafford, and now he's obviously a little bit upset. So we pretty much get those yards back from that huge Kerryon Johnson run. It's kind of like a little seesaw battle here. On a 2nd and 18, he gets 8 to make it 3rd and 10, and then we push Detroit back again, this time 9 yards. 9-yard sack. So they're basically back to where they started. So they're going to have to punt the football back to us. Mecole Hardman is now activated. He's been activated for the last 2 weeks, so that's a really good sign for us in our offense. We're starting to move the football down the field here. 3 rushes for 17 yards for Dalvin Cook in his early going. Here's a nice reception there by Adam Thielen. 4 of 4 for 107 for Kirk Cousins. Obviously the 63-yarder making up the majority of Kirk Cousins' yardage, but he's been efficient. He's been very efficient. In fact, 100% efficient. Here's another pass completion, but this time it's going to go in the backfield as Bud Dupree coming in and making this tackle for a loss. It's going to be a loss of 5 yards off the screen. 3rd and 15. Cousins going to fire it deep. Nope. Didn't get it off in time. And that's going to be a sack by Quandre Diggs. Yeah, Quandre Diggs is still a Detroit Lion in this franchise, in year number 2. So at least the Lions in simulation, they do smart things. At least in simulation, they do some smart things. Unfortunately, the offensive line, not very intelligent here, as Danielle Hunter comes in and gets another sack on Matthew Stafford. First down for Dalvin Cook. Again, 5 rushes for 27. That's a very good average of 5.4. It's an insane average. Take a look. This is exactly what I've been saying. We're 4-1 with him. We're 1-5 without him. And the offensive production, as far as the yards go, as far as that's concerned, is way down low. Those are average yards, by the way, guys. So Dalvin Cook is a welcome sign for this Minnesota Vikings offense. Now, here's a nice play. Here's a nice pass completion to Adam Thielen. Kirk getting a little risky here, but he's going to find Thielen again. So obviously these two guys have a connection going on with Stefon Diggs being hurt. That's a big blow yet again for this Vikings offense. So there's no wonder why we actually have a sub-500 record. But so far, not too bad here. 14-0, it almost picked. They were going for Kerryon Johnson up that seam. And nice play by Eric Kendricks to just bait Matthew Stafford to making that throw. So again, why do we show special teams, guys? Do we show things because bad things happen? Nope, because good things happen. Look at Mike Hughes setting up his blockers, and he's going to take this one all the way. And guys, it is 21-0 in Ford Field, Minnesota. I wish we had the horns blaring right now, because even as a Lions guy, a Lions fan that I am, as Anthony Harris picks this off, we're going the other way. As much as a Lions guy that I am, it's still kind of cool to see him lose, because we want change here in Detroit. We want change. We want change. The Ford family, get out of town. Get out of town. We want a winning organization. We're tired of the losing. So just tank, Detroit. You're 4-7 right now. Just tank. Just lose the rest of the way. Give the Vikings a win. Make sure we get to the playoffs. Help our chances at a Super Bowl. Here's an almost interception by Slay and Tracy Walker. Not a good decision by Kirk, but we got 11 seconds here. 3rd and 10. Cousins is going to fire it out to Mecole Hardman, and he's not going to make the catch. That would have been great if he did. We could have called a quick timeout, maybe got another play off to go for the end zone. But we're going to settle for the field goal as Cody Parkey comes on through and kicks it up and good. So 24-0, and look at the passing yards. It takes into account sack yardage, and with the rushing yards at 26. Minnesota's defense is coming to play. Linval Joseph with the sack on Stafford is an 8-yard loss this time. They only pick up 4 on 2nd down. 3rd and 14. Here comes Danielle Hunter blowing by TJ Hockenson. He's going to force the fumble, but Hockenson was already running that way. He's there to pick up the fumble. That would have been really bad for Detroit, but isn't that play kind of the epitome of Madden 20? Of Madden football and Detroit Lions football? Because look at this. They compound on the problem. They never fix anything. They never learn. It just continues to have problems after problems after problems. The offense for Detroit, right in front of Patricia, too. I love that. The offense for Detroit, guys, just cannot get anything going. Here's some good blocking for Minnesota, and Dalvin Cook just absolutely schooled Tracy Walker on that play right there. The juke move. We'll take one more little slow-mo look at it again. Look at that. Dude, you got nothing. You're just whiffing at air. You're whiffing at air. It's 31-0, and then this happens. A double slants route, double slants play, and Holton Hill comes through in front of Kenny Golladay to make that interception, and watch this. He says, goodbye. Ready, set, goodbye to Detroit. This game is over, guys. 31-0 in the 3rd quarter, and to add insult to injury if you're a Detroit Lions person, like myself, but if you're in the fans, I mean, if you're in the stands there, if you're one of the fans, we got the backup quarterback in. We got the backup rookie quarterback in, and he's continuing to sling it. Look at this play. Nice little low throw there to Irv Smith Jr. Going to pick up 6. 3rd and 4. Nice completion here. Allows Mecole Hardman to turn it upfield for even more yards. We're at the 44-yard line. We'll pick up 3 yards to make it 3rd and 7. And this pass was a little risky, but the pass will be completed to Adam Thielen. Now watch this. Little play action here. Wide open. Mecole Hardman is going to run to the right sideline to pick up 13. Peppers, 5 of 5 for 50-plus yards. Now this play, you can't do that, JT. You can't do that. That's going to be a lesson learned for you, young man. You can't do that, especially against Darius Slay. He just baited you. That's all he did. He just baited you. You thought that you had Conklin there, the tight end, the 3rd-string tight end, but you didn't. You didn't. The Lions will end up scoring a garbage time touchdown to Kenny Golladay, so fantasy owners for Golladay, gotta love that. But this one's over. This one's over. JT Peppers actually would throw another interception. That's the second takeaway for Detroit. So he did try to throw. He tried to bomb one deep, aka me. I tried to bomb one deep, try to get a nice little highlight play for him, but it ended up getting picked off. So he's got 2 interceptions. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. He's just really just showing the scouts his arm in case the Vikings, of course, decide to stick with Kirk Cousins, and his agent, Peppers' agent, says, you know what, I want out. Trade me right now. But good production all the way around. This was an absolute blowout win. Our offense was great. Our defense was even better. We had that 1 reception for Derek Wolford-Graham for a touchdown. That was huge, guys. That was absolutely crucial, clutch, however you want to call it. It was an amazing performance on both sides of the football field for the Vikings. We do have some upgrades that we're going to talk about. I know JT Peppers gets an upgrade. Mike Hughes gets an upgrade, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And while that's up on the screen, I'll just let you guys know what's going to happen here for the Vikings going forward in this franchise series. And then plus we have scouting at the very end. It's not really extensive scouting, but it does show some custom prospects. And there is actually a link in the description and the pinned comment below. If you guys want to see if one of your players made it, if you're just coming back to this franchise and you have no idea what's been discussed or talked about, everybody that submitted a prospect for this series made it in. We had about 60 people, 60 prospects. The exact number is in the Excel file, so make sure you guys go ahead, or the Google Sheet file. So make sure you guys go in and check that out. Click that link in the description or the pinned comment below, and you guys will just be able to take a look and see who's going to be included. So I might not cover everybody in these little scouting episodes, these little scouting parts of the video, but I promise you, you're in. So you put a prospect in, you're definitely in. But yeah, we are currently looking at cornerbacks, and I'm trying to find like a diamond in the rough type of guy. Now, Jason Musso was a custom player. We're looking at some other guys here a little bit down low, middle part of the round, 3rd and 4th. I'm really just trying to find a guy that's got really good man coverage, because what I'm noticing is with this Vikings defense is we play a ton of zone coverage. It's effective, it works, but I want a guy, Agent Dab. He's got B man coverage. A lot of these guys do here a little bit later, like Tiberius Bauer, Cloud Brandy Buck's got a B, and then a B as well. So there's a B plus in man coverage. Kerry Vincent as well with a press, B plus. Now that's a player that I think that we might be able to go after and get. He's got a little bit of both, B plus press, B plus man, B plus in zone. So that's really where I stand on it. I think that we really need to focus on cornerback, and we'll go from there. So guys, that is going to be it for tonight's episode. Leave a like if you like this thing. I do apologize, it's a late upload tonight, but when I promise a video is coming out, I like to keep those promises. So guys, I will see you in the next one this week for Vikings action. As always, peace.